is kind of a sentimental favorite because about 2 years ago, I went up to a fellow who works with me, Dan Gertner, who was by education, a chemical engineer, and then an MBA and a CFA. And I said, Dan, spend a couple of days with this document. I dropped about 500 pages of prospectus on his desk describing one of these collateralized debt obligations. And 2 days later, he said, I don't get it. And I said, Dan, we got a story. And that section of the book dealing with these CDOs and residential mortgage-backed securities, I'm proud of that because I think we rendered in English the absurdity of that particular chapter, a very important chapter in our recent financial history.
All right, Wheezing CDO Machine, March of 2007. There's a point where you get it. I'll never forget where it was for me, folks. I think I was on an airplane, and I saw, I think in the back FT section, something on synthetic CDOs, and I'd never heard of them. I'm pretty good at this stuff, and that was a whole new phrase for me, Jim Grant. When did you realize the derivative game was over? Was it right from the start, or was it when you heard the word synthetic, or was it CPDO? Was there a clarion moment where you knew it was a joke?
Yeah, CPDO was an especially absurd structure that was meant to be an insurance policy against the failure of certain securities, and as described, it wouldn't fly, and it didn't.
Mr. Market miscalculates, page 161. Folks, pay attention. Those of you that don't know Boston, Harrison Gray Otis built the house. 45 Beacon Street. Jim Grant walks through the ups and downs of the market, the swings for 150 years of 45 Beacon Street. How's it doing today?
I don't know the address today, but I expect that it's making heavy weather of it. I think the point of that essay was to show that this was way back when people were prepared to believe that real estate only appreciated. But I think the point of that recital of the ups and downs and sidewayses of that address is that over time it kind of doesn't do much, or at least it has not done much in the past. A house it's not a common stock. It's a structure.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. And a cost center at that.
But then it took off and was worth $6.2 million recently, right?
If you say so.
Yeah, it's in the book. And
well, in that case, it's true.
Jim Grant, we've got to cut it off there. The book is Mr. Market Miscalculates the Bubble Years and Beyond. Jim Grant, of course, editor of Grant's Interest Rate Observer.